Birmingham is to get £17 million as it attempts to make the city as cycle-friendly as Amsterdam.
Over the next 2 years, officials want to triple the number of people cycling in the city, create or upgrade 130 miles of cycle routes, plus introduce and launch schemes like London's Boris Bikes. Birmingham is one of 8 cities to benefit from the government money. Officials say they want to make cycling safer and more accessible.
Cycling is just better, whatever way you look at it. And this work will start immediately. Government have told us that we've got until September 2015 to spend £17 million. It's a nice problem to have, but it means we're going to crack on and get going as soon as we possibly can. Birmingham is performing worst out of all the big cities outside London. Only 1% of our commuter journeys are happening by bike. What this will do is see that figure rise to 5% over the next 10 years and 10% over the next 20 years. This isn't going to turn us into Amsterdam overnight. We've got decades of work to do that, but this is a really important start, and I congratulate government on their vision for coming to Birmingham, working with us and turning this car city into a city where people have choices.
Really good thing about the ambition bid they put in is it's a 20-year plan for improving cycling in Birmingham. One of the main targets, one is making the canals better, because they're okay for a while and then you just get into mud and water, which is really messy in the winter. But also signage and a network of city centre cycle routes is one primary aspect, which will be really good.
And you've been giving us your thoughts on the cycling cash boost on our Facebook and Twitter pages. Thank you for those. Graham Alsop, he says it's great news, especially for tourism in the Peak District, one of the other areas benefiting. But the UK spends less than a tenth of the Dutch cycling budget.
Mike Phillips says car and bus driver education should be the major focus of cycling funds too. Ignorance on the road is the biggest influence on safety.
Well, Andy says it's not enough, it's not everywhere, and it's not long-term. We need a dedicated long-term budget for cycling infrastructure.
However, Mo Farouk thinks the cycling projects are pointless. It's not that hard to cycle, he says. The Department for Transport could spend more wisely to improve roads and rail.
And Eileen Ward-Birch says it's a waste of money. They go where they want anyway. Tax them to pay for it.
Well, thanks to everyone.
Yeah, indeed, thank you. There's plenty more on this story on itv.com/central.